Get free tech advice for your business from O2 Gurus. Search O2 Business for more.
Hey guys, welcome to BTech. It's Basil here, and today it's Asus ZenWatch Day here in the UK. The ZenWatch was announced at IFA. It's going to be available in DSG iStores, that's Dixons Curry's PC World, for 200 quid from today. But how does it stack up on first impression? What can you expect inside the box? How does it measure up against the competition? And we're going to take a look at the in-phone application specifically for the ZenWatch Manager. We're going to kick off though by telling you what is in the box, and unfortunately we can't do an unboxing video because our box was already open, but we can tell you you get a power brick, you also get a micro USB full-size USB cable, and perhaps more interestingly, a charging plate. Now the charging plate really nicely slips around it like a glove, and it is a very secure charging mechanism. We could imagine putting this in our bag and it would charge without falling off. And it has the micro USB to the left-hand side. We can prise that off right there and talk you around the actual watch itself. You can see it's fairly bezel heavy, but it's a very attractive, elegant design. Nicole from Mobile Geeks, another tech site which is massive and really good, said that it is one of the only smartwatches that she'd consider was elegant enough for a general female consumer. It really is the most elegant smartwatch we've seen. It isn't quite there, it isn't as skinny as maybe we'd want it to be if it were an actual watch, but definitely really great effort from Asus. Like we said, stainless steel two-tone heart rate monitor is incorporated into the body, an Italian leather strap. The clasp mechanism has a dual button release, opens it up, and then you can customize the actual strap like so by pulling it out and readjusting. But that is perfect for our wrist. We can in fact slip it onto our wrist to illustrate exactly how it looks and clasp that into place, and it's nice and secure. We're going to keep it on our wrist while talking you through the core user interface, and it's Android Wear. Anyone who doesn't know how Android Wear works, it's super simple. You've got a load of vertically scrolling options. Unfortunately, we don't have any notifications rammed up right now, but if we did, we'd be able to scroll through them. If you tap the screen, you activate Google Now, and we can swipe that out of the way. And you swipe every application out of the way by swiping to the right hand side. So if we tap the screen, open flashlight, it will open up a flashlight application that is already on the smartwatch, preloaded on. And that is just gonna shine a light basically, and we can tap the screen, swipe through various colors, and if we want it blinking, we just tap the screen, so it effectively acts as a Morse code type SOS-y type thing. We can swipe that out of the way. If we swipe down from the top to the bottom, we can actually mute the device. We can also shut it off by placing our hand over the screen, and as it's an AMOLED, it activates in this dim mode, which is really nice and definitely sets us apart from other Android Wear devices out there. So that's a key feature of Android Wear inside the watch itself. But how about inside the phone? Android Wear at the heart has a few key elements. Here you can select your watch face, and you can also see your voice actions, your agenda, navigation, you can set a timer and stuff like that. So there are a few really nice elements here. What's cool is that the watch face is much easier to select on your phone than it is on your watch itself. This is just part of it though. You can obviously browse more Android Wear applications through the Google Play Store, but Asus really does enhance the experience with the ZenWatch Manager. ZenWatch Manager allows you to download applications like ZenWatch Wellness, ZenWatch Remote Camera, which will allow you to remotely shutter your camera using your smartwatch as opposed to your smartphone. So if we jump out of that, we can also see you've got Remote Link, which connects you to your PC, up by Jawbone, so you've got fitness tracking, as well as water, My Water and microfilm. We're not too sure what they do. We assume My Water does something like measure your water intake levels. If we jump out of that though, you can see it isn't just about applications. There are a few things that are loaded on here by default. Unlock My Phone. Even if your phone doesn't have Lollipop installed, you've got a feature that comes with Lollipop, and that is allowing a Bluetooth device, namely your ZenWatch, to unlock your phone when it's in the same within proximity. You can button covered to mute, so mute a call by covering your ZenWatch. You can find my watch, and as soon as you break the link between your ZenWatch and smartphone, you will get an alert when it thinks you've forgotten your phone somewhere. Here you can also do some of the things you could do before, like change your watch face, and here you get Asus's take on it, so they kind of explain their reasoning for choosing the watch faces they chose. You've also got a compass on your watch, a flashlight like we showed you, and an SOS. We can quickly open up the remote camera application so that we can show you exactly how that works, and you can see it's actually taking a picture when we twist our wrist, or indeed when we tap the screen. So that picture was taken by twisting our wrist. We've actually even got a remote viewfinder on the watch itself, which is pretty nice. There is a fair bit of lag on there. So that's how the application inside the phone stacks up. Now let's take a look at some other smartwatches by comparison. And for this, I'm gonna have to unclasp the ZenWatch from my wrist. If you watch BTech quite often, you may well know the Gear 2 Neo is actually my favorite smartwatch out right now. It looks really demure, it's most cost effective. Sure, the problem is it only works with Galaxy devices, but if you get it in black, it doesn't look like a smartwatch. And if you have a Galaxy device, like we said, it's one of the cheaper, better offerings out there. It's got a great high resolution display and an infrared blaster, so you can use it as a TV remote control, which we do all the time. It definitely doesn't look as expensive as the Asus ZenWatch by any means. Same sized display. You haven't got the same leather strap, but you do have interchangeable straps on both devices. What's nice about the Gear 2 Neo is that you do have that physical home button right there. If we're to move that out of the way and bring the Motorola Moto 360 into frame, while the Moto 360 might not be as sharp, we really can't tell. It looks absolutely great. We can whack on a different background to maybe give it a little bit more, give the ZenWatch a little bit more oomph. Swipe that out of the way. Dum-da-dum. And you can see the Moto 360 and ZenWatch both look great, but the 360 circular display, as far as the look goes, just makes you think, oh my goodness, this looks like something out of the future. It is a thick device, but then so too is the ZenWatch, like we mentioned. So generally, we do prefer the Moto 360 for its geek factor, but the ZenWatch looks much more elegant. We can bring the G-Watch into frame, and the G-Watch, unfortunately, really did let us down in a lot of ways. It looks blocky, it looks unimaginative. Sure, you can change your watch strap, but it also had terrible battery life as well, and a pretty low resolution screen by comparison to the ZenWatch. If we move that out of the way, finally, this is a kind of wild card, the Sony Smartband Talk. Definitely slimmer, definitely more kind of like easy to manage device. It's cheaper at half the price, around 99 odd quid. But we didn't love the fact that the battery life wasn't much better than a smartwatch, and it doesn't even have a color screen or a backlight. It does, however, act as a receiver for making phone calls, and it picks up your call via Bluetooth. One thing that Android Wear devices can't do, and one thing that we never found ourselves practically doing. So all in all, the Asus ZenWatch, for anyone who wants a smartwatch that looks a little bit more elegant, is definitely one to consider. We just noticed now you've also got this easy release clasp up top. You can see we can then use that to change out our strap. Not that we would want to, because we think the Italian leather works beautifully with that sandwiched, almost rose type gold stainless steel body. So that's the ZenWatch. If you've got any questions about it, make sure that you fire them in the comments section below. If you like the video, click the like button, and if you like BTech in general, subscribe and stay tuned. We'll be bringing you loads more videos over the Christmas period.